Alright, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Here. For Game 5. Not Game 5, Game 3 between Tampa Bay and Montreal. Here as Tampa Bay up 2-0 in the series. Almost a must win for the Montreal Canadiens here. As they get set. And they're back in Montreal for tonight's game. Quebec Health Authority denied their request for having half capacity inside the Bell Center, so it'll remain 3,500. And Montreal have only scored 2 goals in the entire series, as Vasilevsky has been playing very, very well. It's been very tough for Montreal to get by them. And here you see hype music. Ryan entered the hype music to his intro to the game. Alright, now time for my hype music. I pretend there's hype music. Alright, going to stop this montage for now. The hype music is over. There we go. That was perfectly timed. Alright, welcome everybody. Here to tonight's game with Canada. And Tampa Bay, and lots of other teams who have won the Stanley Cup. As we get set here for the Stanley Cup Finals. Here in Montreal. It is time for Game 3. Here Tampa Bay leads the series. Tons of Montreal fans harassing this one Tampa fan in Montreal. I bet you that Tampa Bay fan is saying, you know what? I'm with a Habs fan. I'm with Habs fans. He's getting kidnapped. He's getting harassed by the Habs fans. God, this is crazy. Everybody's going, no mask wearing, COVID Central. As well as harassing Tampa fans. Alright, so. It is Tampa Bay night here. Tampa Bay night. What? It is time for Game 3. Well, first off, we have Rob McLean talking right now about something that I can't know. I'm not a lip reader, okay? I can't. Probably him and Kyle Buskauskas was probably talking something about hockey. They're saying with the Montreal Canadiens have to do to win tonight's game. To win tonight's game, they're going to have to blah blah. This is the 1986 Stanley Cup parade in Montreal. Back when they won in 1986, which I think was their second last cup win. Their last cup win was 1993, but 1986 is they won the cup before then. And there's all the big Habs fans outside. There's Carey Price Seeing a fan there. And there's that fan up in the stands. Well, here's back in 1983. 83? Not 93. This is 93. Back when the Canadiens won the cup. They beat the LA Kings. Rip Kelly Rudy. Kelly Rudy's probably the only person at Sportsnet who's not shooting for the Habs. What they're saying is that they were the big underdogs in that series from Montreal. They're the big underdogs in this series also. Now we're back. Tampa Bay versus Montreal. What the? Do you think Gritty's mascot is weird? Montreal Canadiens mascot is so weird too. It's like similar to Gritty, but it's like a human instead of a monster, which makes it even look more creepy. It's not like it's cartoonish. I guess it's horrifying. Alright, so when is the game gonna start? I can't talk like I can't go. I don't have too much material. All right, I got this game to start. I don't have any material. Daddy's still working. Excuse me. You don't need to tell us to live stream Sportsnet. Now we literally watching Sportsnet. Imagine they had this ad on like TSN, like, let's go live on Sportsnet. No, we show the playoffs. TSN though. To be fair, nobody really buys TSN for the hockey. Though they buy them for the other sports like CFL and stuff like that. And I guess they do serve. I guess they do tons of NFL things, but no hockey, right? Well, they do have every single regular season game. No playoffs though, which is potentially like the biggest thing in Canada sports. But again, like, I'm a Vancouver fan, so I don't really need to. And all those games are on Sportsnet, so that's really the only thing I need to watch. All right, now please can this game just start. Wait, Anthony's wearing Crosby jersey. Imposter spotted. What?
Just keep your feet up, maybe.
All right. Okay. Stanley Cup Final presented by Beep. Beep, Honey Club. Beep. Advice. Beep. Alright, Tampa Bay Lightning versus Montreal Canadiens. 221 Stanley Cup Final. Tampa Bay loses series 2-0 here at Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec. So here we got the Sportsnet panel. Cassie Campbell Pascal, Kevin BX, Tan, Kevin BX, and Ron McLean. And here is Montreal out inside the hallway that leads into the rink. There's outside the stadium. There's Tampa Bay outside the stadium knowing that they're going to get bombarded if they win. If they're going to win, they're going to get bombarded with trash. Because that's just what Montreal does. excuse me down there. That music's probably copyrighted. That won't be great. Copyrighted music. Shut down the door. Alright then, there's David Amber. Kelly Prudy's probably like, I hate the Habs so much. We lost to them in the 1993 Stanley Cup final and it sucked. and there's Elliot Friedman with another weird hairdo. Alright, now there's the teams coming out. Montreal Canadiens, led by Carey Price, are coming out, and Tampa Bay Lightning are already out as people at the Bell Center getting fired up. And everybody outside the stadium is clapping with their boom things. Boom clappers. These fans are so riled up for these games, and yet, if they don't win the Stanley Cup, it's going to be another riot. I know. That's probably what happened in Vancouver. They lost. And there's Chris Cuthbert and Craig Simpson with Cosby's Cosmos. And I was right. I know what commentators look like. This Tampa Bay team is going to want to win, and they got to figure, if Montreal wants to win, they're going to have to figure out a way to get past Andrei Vasilevsky, who's only let in 2 goals who's only let in 2 goals in the past 2 games. And one of them was off a weird deflection off of the shin pad of the skate of Anthony Cirelli and off the shin pad of Ryan McDonough. So really, only one, what's the other goal he scored? Really, only one clean goal scored in these 2 games of the series so far by Montreal Canadiens. That was the Nick Suzuki backhander in last game. So they will have to score more goals there to beat Tampa Bay, because they surely don't. They only score 1 goal, because I think it's gonna. And for them to win, they also have to make Carey Price. Carey Price has to play well too. Carey Price doesn't play well. I don't think they're outscoring Tampa Bay. It's very hard to outscore. Tampa Bay have much better offense. And here are the start lines: Markley Goudreau starting for for Tampa Bay Lightning. Blake Coleman also starting, number 20. Yanni Gourde, number 37, starting, so you can actually know the names and numbers of the players. David Savard starting on defense for Montreal, for Tampa Bay, number 58. And Mikhail Sergachev, number 98, and on defense for Tampa Bay. Some Tampa Bay fans, I think those are Sergachev's parents. And Andrei Vasilevsky, number 88, started in goal for Tampa Bay. And for the Montreal starting lineup here, getting fired up. Finally, Dominic Ducharme's behind the bench. He got COVID early in the Vegas series, and he is back now for Game 3 of the finals. It's definitely going to make an impact on the game. Now, for the forwards, Eric Stahl, number 21, is starting. And on defense, we have number 26, Jeff Petrie. And at center, we got number 40, Joel Armia. I think Joel Armia is center. And on defense, you have number 44, Joel Edmondson. And number 94, Corey Perry, is starting in the wing. And starting in goal is number 94, Jake Allen. Just kidding. It's obviously number 41, Carey Price. Alright, now it's time to get started for tonight's game. As we get ready here for the anthems sung by me and me. Just me will sing the anthems. Alright. Here I'll start off the American anthem. It's Alexander's. Oh, say does they by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming for the stars and the Star Spangled. I forgot the words to the Star Spangled Banner. Alright, I can't sing the anthems. Guys, let's just wait for the Canadian anthem. At the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed the twilight's once gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. Oh, the sailors that star-spangled banner gave, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Right now for the Canadian anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see, we ride thus true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Alright, that's my anthem singing. It was pretty trash. Many mistakes. Andrei Vasilevsky starting goal for Tampa Bay Lightning. 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs record 14-6. Goals against average 1.86 and 949 save percentage with 4 shutouts. On the other end, we have Carey Price, 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs 12-7 record, 2.22 goals against average, 926 save percentage with a shutout. And Dominic Bouchard back behind the bench and still missing from Tampa Bay. It's Alex Lauren, who is out for them. Alright. Game 3. The puck drops now. As the Tampa Bay Lightning win the draw. Savard over for Sergachev. Commentators tonight are Stellan Twin and Dr. Jason Tripp joining us. Host is Cal Bukaskas. Referees Gord Dwyer. Linesman shot. Alright, for Tampa Bay forward, starting line is Goudreau, Coleman, and I lost track. Gord. Defense is Sergachev, Savard, Hedman, Ruda, And McDonough Chernak. As we have a stoppage in play, as that one's tipped and walked in front, and Goudreau actually gets the shot off. I'm not sure if that was stopped by Price. But we have a pause in play. Right, Montreal forward starting line is Armia, Stahl, Perry, Toffoli, Suzuki, Caulfield, Lehkonen, Danault, and Gallagher, and Byron, Kotkaniemi, and Anderson. Around the boards, Gallagher gets it out over for Danault, dumps it in. Point back to get it over for Victor Hedman. Defense for Montreal, Merrill, Gustafsson, Weber, Sherratt, Petrie, Evanson. Alright, let's go. Gallagher. And that one's picked up there by Brendan Gallagher out in front for Danault, and he misses the net. Goes back for Hedman. Around the boards for Andre Palat. Gets it out for Ruda. Ruda into the Montreal zone. Takes a shot, and Price easily gobbles that one up. And we have a cross-checking battle between Shea Weber and Jan Ruda. As in comes Gallagher, past the blue line, just gets crushed there by Andre Palat, but he gets the puck back. And then he takes he spins around point, gets it back for Danault, and I think Vasilevsky has a little piece of that with his blocker. It probably was going to hit the side of the net, but you always got to be safe, and Price just makes an easy save there on Jan Ruda. Alright. And, Coleman gets a broken stick off the draw, so I'll have to get a new one from the bench. Alright. Here, so Gord is kicked out of the draw, and Gaudreau come in and try to get a winger win. And Merrill over for Petrie, Or for back for Petrie. Or Merrill. Out of zone for Kotkaniemi. Teams leading best of series 2 win 2-0 have won 87% of the Stanley Cup Final Series. It comes Yanni Gourde. Yanni Gourde takes it away. And they get that one out to McDonough, brushing back, they get it, and that one's called icing. Alright, well, in comes Kotkaniemi, gets that one over for Sean Merrill. Takes a shot, sort of fans on it, and Vasilevsky just easily pokes that away for a stick. Now, the series is not over for Montreal, so they should definitely not panic in this game to play their game. I'd say the series is definitely over if they lose tonight's game. But the series is not quite over for them. 2-0 is not a deficit that is impossible to come back from. Win tonight's game and you're back in the series. Petrie, over for Anderson. Point shot is blocked by Merrill. Back to the point. Ruda shot misses the net. Picked up. Back to the line is Palat. Or for Jan Ruda. Scores! And that is not good for Montreal as Tampa Bay take the 1-0 lead here. A minute and 52 seconds in. Jan Ruda scores the opening goal. Well, that was an icing call. Anderson isn't happy about it. And he turns it away at the blue line. Anderson has a chance to get it out, but he gets a stick checked. And it comes over to the right side. And Palat passes it over for Ruda, and he just winds a wrist shot. Price has screened pretty badly there, so he can't see where the puck is. And it's just Anderson has a couple of chances to get it out, so he is probably not happy with that one. Alright, sorry about that. Jan Ruda's second goal of the playoffs, 152, assisted by Andre Palat and Victor Hedman. 14-2 in playoffs when Tampa Bay went scoring first. 0-4 when trailing first. Weber back for Sherratt. Around the boards for Toffoli. Chernak over for McDonough. McDonough around the boards for Cirelli. Loses it. Foley gets it out. Back to get it is Ryan McDonough. Round for Savard. David Savard will get it out. Joseph picks it up and he'll get it in deep. Edmondson. Hit by Barone. Joseph gets it in deeper, but it's picked up by Stahl. And that rings it around the boards and it goes out of play, off the glass. So no reason about a penalty. But that's definitely not the start that Montreal want to get off to. Oh, no, never mind. Did not deflect at the glass, so we'll have a delay of game penalty here. Tampa Bay, with a 1-0 lead, will take a power play here. I thought that went at the glass, but no, went straight out right there. Definitely not a great start for Tampa Bay, as here's the goal again. Jan Ruta just shoots a top shelf of Price screen. Definitely gonna keep the crowd quiet here at the Bell Center with that goal. So Eric Stahl at 2:54, a penalty for delay of game, puck over glass. Back to pick it up as Hedman. Tampa Bay's power play in the 2021 playoffs has been 21-59. So, pretty good. Points are for no, that's not pretty good. That's very good. That is even over like 33. That is over 33 points, 3%. Everyone top scores. And it's 2-0. Definitely not a start that Montreal wanted. His Tampa Bay comes out buzzing. Man, what a dumb penalty. The late game penalty. Cirelli over for Kucherov. Back at the point. Hedman lines one up and Cirelli just screen Price again. Seems to be the tactic. You have to have a heavy screen. Oh, he gets a glove on it, but it just comes down on his gloves and slowly trickles in to the back of the net. So I said that they weren't out of the series. They're still not quite out of the series, but they definitely had to get off to a better start than this. Not good. And Dominic Ducharme looks like he's going to take a timeout here as his team trying to rally his troops to get some water. Oh, and Coleman's down here in the corner. Oh, shoot, sorry, buddy. As here's this play. Coleman goes to hit Edmondson, but he misses the hit and falls down into the boards. Oof, pretty bad right there. And I think Coleman's okay, just a little bit shooken up right there. It's bad news if he is hurt, though, for Tampa Bay. He's a good playoff performer. Oh, and it looks like Coleman is actually pretty hurt. His only leg shaken up if the trainer has to come out to help you. We'll see if he will come back. Alright, looks like he'll be getting up. Looks like he's somewhat fine. And there's Julien Brisebois, GM of Tampa Bay Lightning. Discussing with his probably his assistant GM. I'm not sure who that is. And Cooper's talking to Gord, who's Coleman's line mate. Alright, so it looks like Colton is... And Gord goes out, and Goudreau will replace him in the draw. And he does get a ringer win this time as he ties up Kotkaniemi on the play. Gets it out, tries passing it for Anderson, but just bumps over a stick. Kotkaniemi with the interception in the neutral zone. He gets taken off the puck, and Goudreau back for Chernak or for Gord along the boards, battle for the puck inside the Tampa Bay Lightning zone. They get it out for McDonough. McDonough gets it behind his own goal line. Colton over for Chernak. Chernak making his way into the Montreal zone. Around the boards, Kotkaniemi picks it up. Comes out. It's really out front for Chernak, and he just misses. Oh, it's still loose! It's bad for the puck, and it does not go in somehow. Man, Montreal being down 2-0 almost went down 3-0 right there. And it comes out, it's Jeff Petrie. Oh, a slapper, and it's easily gloved there by Vasilevsky as 15-17 left to go in the first. Here is this chance. Ooh, big blocker save. Cirelli gets it, and it's loose. Now it's taken away from sliding in. It comes out for Colton. As Price realizes it's still there. Comes out for Colton, and he comes across just in time to make the save. So, man, Price keeping the Montreal Canadiens in this game. Weber wields one, and it's padded. It's pad stopped there by Vasilevsky. Sergei battle on the puck. It's Sherratt in front. Latch picks it up. Get back. It's Sherratt. Loads one! Oh, just over the net. Picked up there by Anthony Cirelli. And over for Point. Braden Point coming into the zone. Spinning away. Or for Kucherov. Kucherov the shot and spinned away there by Price. Spelled away. Sherratt let go of there by Kucherov. Platt lifts the stick of Caulfield. It's a battle for the puck, and it comes loose. Kucherov back behind the net. Centers it on front for Hedman. Victor Hedman with the shot. That one's blocked by his own man, Andre Palat. Back to the Point. It's a real shot. Loose for Kucherov, and he misses the net. Centers out in front there by Andre Palat, but it comes out with Suzuki manages to get the puck, so... Big chance, another nice chance there for Tampa Bay. Scored 2 goals in the last 6 road games and has a 4-2 record in their last 6 road games. Price around the boards for Lehkonen. He'll dump it in. Donnell with it. Donnell. Or for Edmondson. Gustafson. Lehkonen misses the net. Cirelli, and that one is cleared out. That's right, Shanster for Arturi Lehkonen. That was center up front for Kucherov, and he just slides over the net. That one chance by Lehkonen. Just over the crossbar. And looks like Coleman is fine. Get a little bit shaken up back to the Point. It's Eric Gustafson. Finding the shot, and it's taken in the net. I think Vasilevsky made the save on that, though. Broom manages to get that one out for Joseph. It's Gustafson who ends up picking up as Joseph was tied up. Perry gets the pass from Gustafson, skiing in the neutral zone. He'll dump it in from the red line. Ooh, that one comes out in front end. Vasilevsky will pat it. Looking it back into behind his own net. That one bounces over to stick of Holden. And it's Petrie or for Merrill. Jeff Petrie with it. Petrie or for Caulfield. It's Merrill for Petrie. Caulfield. Go Caulfield! Caulfield. On the post! Rebound! Oh! Montreal letting Vasilevsky grab so, and Montreal reacted as if Cole Caulfield had scored. Oh, Daddy, there's a dead fly on the couch.
Okay. Can you do something about it?
Yeah, sure. And is ripped over the right post, and Montreal thought they scored.
Oh, okay.
What?
No.
It's dead.
I know. Next time, just get a small piece of wood here. Next time, just use a small piece of toilet paper. Just a lot of paper towel, just for a tiny little.
Oh, Frick was alive. Never mind.
Well, kill it or throw it outside.
That was fine.
Huh?
Well, it's up with a piece of paper towel.
What?
That's okay. It's not up with a paper towel.
Where'd it go?
It flew off. Alright, everybody, we're back. Here, Montreal with a big chance by Cole Caulfield on the rebound. And it came out, and there's another nice stop with Vasilevsky. So, Montreal have got to come back with a big response after letting in the one goal. After letting in 2 goals. To get them down trailing here. Not the kind of position that they wanted to be in before the first commercial break. The good thing about going down 2-0 early, which means that there's less time. Forward line rotation, first 6 shifts tonight. Forward line 26 seconds. Point line 49. Forward line 27. Point line with the goal 20, and then Surly line with 29, and blah blah. So yes, Yamaruta has 3 shots tonight in the goal. Petrie with the shot, and that one missed the net. It's tied up. It's picked up by Anderson. Back behind the behind the Tampa Bay goal line, but it's stolen by Coleman, who's now okay. Gord will dump it around. Edmondson, center up front. Zruda, he's gonna fake the shot and he's gonna send it around the boards. It doesn't quite make the board on the other side as it's Anderson who picks it up. Comes outside the line and nice, and there is Kotkaniemi. A race for it with Hedman. Oh, Kotkaniemi centers it out front, but Sherratt can't get a shot off. And that one comes back for Blake Coleman with a shot deflects over something and over the net. Sherratt back for Lehkonen. But actually, the good thing about being down 2-0 early is that there's still lots of time in this moment in the game. Gallagher, short angle shot, and now it's stopped by Vasilevsky. Another rebound stopped by Vasilevsky off of Gallagher. He comes back outside the other side for Weber, down for Gallagher, back for Weber. And deep down the flex into the corner by Lehkonen. Down comes out, and Gallagher mishandles it, so he can't keep it in at the line. Still dump it in, and back to get it is Eric Chernak. Sends it around the boards for Kucherov. Picked up by Points, who makes his way into the Montreal zone. Manages to make his way around Petrie and Stahl, and regains the puck, but it's lost as soon as there isn't a whole ton of guys back to help him. Stahl over to Perry, but Hedman makes a nice defensive play to steal it from Perry. Kucherov over for Sergachev. He gets it out of the Tampa Bay zone, and Maroon will take it in the Montreal zone. Maroon tied up with Petrie. Stahl comes in and picks it up, and it comes out for Mia. Mia passes it for Perry, and Perry will dump it in. Armia will retrieve it, and will try leaving it for Perry, but he instead gets it back. Armia, sharp angle. Armia the shot, and Vasilevsky makes the save. So Montreal actually made a nice bounce back from having led the first 2 goals. Well, here's this chance there. As Armia tries leaving it for Perry, doesn't quite leave it for Perry. And they'll take that shot, and Vasilevsky makes a nice save. Joel Armia has 1 point in the last 8 games and had 7 in the previous 10. So, Armia, those other guys really need to step up their game to try and beat this powerhouse in Tampa. McDonough, that one doesn't come out. Weber, and that one's cleared out for Caulfield as that one deflects of a stick and out play. Shot attempts are 14-13 for Montreal so far. But, however, the goals are the only stat that really matters, and Tampa Bay is leading in that. Montreal has scored 1 goal in 3 of the last 5 games. They scored only 1 goal in 3 of the last 5 games. So that, I can't say, is not that great. Had that more scoring. Gord 5-3 on faceoffs and wins on the right one. Chernak with the puck back at his own faceoff dot over for McDonough. Sticked into Montreal's zone. Goudreau first to get it. But he, however, loses the puck. And that will be flipped out. Third dot, but there is Anderson trying to take it away from McDonough. And comes loose. Goudreau. Stolen by Goudreau, but not quite for that long. Sanderson will send it back into Tampa Bay zone. However, Tampa Bay will get it out this time. And Hedman will get it in deep as it comes out for Edmondson. It's picked up there by Ross Colton. Colton was shot. That one's blocked out in front. Petrie and can't quite get it. Kept in there by Colton. Get over for Caulfield. Caulfield tries getting over for Petrie, but he was tied up by Stamkos. And Suzuki has it, but the Tampa Bay net has been knocked off there, so looks like a break in play. Montreal have rebounded a little bit, but still haven't scored a goal. As there's Victor Hedman, and he scored a goal to make it 2-0 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's 9:07 left to go. One Canadian team. One Stanley Cup champion. And I don't think it's that stairs. Maybe they're going to remember it. Yeah, the 27-year drought of no Canadian team winning. That's gotta be like the longest drought. Oh, it's totally the longest drought. Edmonton and Calgary and Montreal were way too dominant. So obviously there's no big drought between Canadian teams because obviously Toronto and Montreal are very, very good during the original 6 days. In the 70s, like Montreal were very good in the 70s and early 80s. And Montreal and Edmonton and Calgary were also very good in the 80s. Calgary won a cup in 89. In 90, Montreal was the last Canadian team. In 93, and then 93 was Montreal in the Stanley Cup. And that's the last time. Yeah, there's no way there's been another 27. There's no way there's been like another 28 years streak where Canadian teams have not won a cup. So yeah, this is definitely the longest drought. Who's hungry? Gear up and skip the dishes. I don't think that many people would be cheering for. Oh well, McDonough and Hedman are hungry. Apparently, they need to order some pizza. Sergachev. It's getting morphing into a combination of both those guys. Jeans, potentially? Who is the mom and who is the dad? We don't know. Unsolved mysteries. Or Sergachev's relative or something. Yeah, what I'm saying is that, I forgot what I was saying. Never mind. So hard. The shot in net stopped by Price. And stolen away, it's Deneau. Phil Deneau. And he comes, scores! And Phil Deneau makes it a 1-goal game. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Here is the right one. Phil Deneau makes it 2-1. Go Habs, go. Good vibes only at Jeff Petrie sign. As Phil Deneau makes Philip Deneau. It cuts the deficit, and Savard just pinches in a bit too deep. Nothing really dangerous comes out. Just looks like a simple shot. Oh, shoot, he just shoots a top corner. Absolute snipe. There by Philip Deneau. More like the yes. What a goal. And off the post and in, actually, there. So, well, not a whole ton Vasilevsky could have done a bit lighter. As that gets the fans riled up. And Tampa Bay team is pretty poised, so I don't think they will crack under any pressure here. Well, they're checking. Oh, was that offside? Oh, no, why? Let's take a rewind. No, but they're allowed to have to skate above the ice, right? No? They changed the rule?
Yeah. As long as
Alright, so I think that if that was last year, that goal wouldn't have counted, though. If that was last year. But since they changed the rule, it counts. Petrie. That one's tipped in. And John Cooper decides not to take the risk of challenging that. Which I think is a good decision. That was barely onside. Petrie. Deneau! His first goal of the playoffs. And he gets over that offensive slump by Weber. And it's Gore back to pick it up. Side up in the corner, comes out for Stahl, but he goes with the stick of cool one and is flicked out by Hedman, and Petrie picks it up in the neutral zone. And he sends it down the boards, but not far enough, though. Hedman over to his defense partner, Ruda. And comes into the Montreal zone. Kotkaniemi back for Edmondson. Or for Toffoli, back for Edmondson. It's picked up by Sherratt. And it's Savard with it. Or for Sergachev. It comes out for Stamkos. Sherratt has got it. And it comes out and Savard's got it. Around the boards. For Stamkos. Or for Sergachev. Out for Palat. Gets it in, tries centering it for Sorelli, but can't quick out to him. It's Caulfield. Exiting the Montreal zone, he loses the puck. It's kept in.
no penalty.
No penalty. Oh! That one almost comes through for Kucherov, but we'll get back to the points. Chernak over for McDonough. McDonough with a shot. That one was a chip and missed the net. Serves it out front. There by Nikita Kucherov, and it's still kept in. Points will dump it back around the boards. Suzuki can't quite handle the puck, but Sherratt will steal it, and they'll get it out as Tampa Bay. So they're surging right there. No shot off from that play, but risky though. Good scoring chances don't always end up with a shot on net. It's Weber over for Gallagher. Leaves it back for Weber and it's stolen. Comes out as Ruda. It's points. Back for Ruda. Around the boards, Goudreau. Look at it out. For he gets hit. Lehkonen picks it. Up behind his own net. Behind the Montreal net. Lehkonen gets on out for Sherratt over for Petrie. And Anderson will put that into the Montreal zone. Wait, no, never mind. That was not a tip. So the icing call against Montreal. And I meant in the Tampa Bay zone. Montreal zone. There's this chance. He feeds it over for Palat. He sends it right back to him, and it just can't quite get it from skate to stick. And Price makes the save on the skate, but I don't think they cancel a shot. They might, though. It's Hedman. Back on the other side. Stamkos with a shot, and Price makes the save, and he'll cover up. And we have a big scrum in front of Price. So we'll take a break here in the game. as it's 2-1 now, as Philip Deneau says, I've been dreaming about bringing it back to Montreal one day. Says Deneau about the Stanley Cup. But he's finally scored a goal in these playoffs. Gets over the offensive slump. And we take a break here as Montreal and score a goal, but they still have to do so much more to get back into this series. First up, they still are down by 1 goal. That's a good plus. They're still down by 1 goal. And they're still down the series, even if they win this game, they're still down 2-1 in the series. So what I'm saying is that's a good goal, but there's still a lot that Montreal is going to have to do to get back in this game and into this series. Because Tampa Bay is not going to start collapsing after 1 goal. They're going to work harder, and they're going to try to get that 2-goal lead back. Honestly, Montreal, I think, is fine. They're probably not going to if they're down by 1, they're probably not super pressurized to score another goal until, there's 5 minutes left or something. But, yes. So just don't get too confident, Montreal fans. If they lose this game, I don't think they are going to win the series. So only 4 teams have done the reverse sweep in the history of the NHL. Most playoff points in NHL history, Nikita Kucherov is tied at 51st with Maurice Richard with 126. And Maurice Richard's up in the rafters He has his number retired by the Canadiens. And Nikita Kucherov's now tied 51st with all-time playoff points with him at 126. And he's only 27 maybe? 27 or 28. Kucherov, so he can definitely get high up there if Tampa Bay still is good, which they probably will still be competitive in the next few years. Edmondson around the boards. It's kept inside the Montreal zone. Now it comes out, was picked up there by Suzuki, and he'll dump it in. Vasilevsky gets around the boards, but Suzuki picks it up, sends it on goal, and Vasilevsky has it. So I'll pass it over for McDonough. It's over for Chernak. Eric Chernak dumps it around the boards. Petrie picks it up. Back for Edmondson. Petrie gets it. It's there for Petrie. Lehkonen gets that one over. Spins! Oh, didn't know. Almost gets another goal. Not sure if that was saved or not, but that one missed the net there. That's a nice shot. Deneau back with it, but it's stolen by Tampa Bay. It's point over for Edmondson, and they get that one out. Weber will leave that one back for Edmondson, I think. Or, no, Gustafsson. Weber for Deneau. Knocked out the puck. It's Byron. Paul Byron loses it. It's point out for Maroon. And it's Merrill. Cross-ice pass. It's Ruda, and he'll flick it out. It's Kotkaniemi. It's Barry Kotkaniemi. Summers it to the front of the net. That one stopped. Merrill with it. Or for Byron inside the Tampa Bay zone. It's Anderson with the shot deflects on the stick of Sergachev, though, and over the net. Maroon has it, and he'll get it out, but it comes right back into the Tampa Bay zone. It's Josh Anderson. Stolen by Matthew Joseph of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Comes inside the line. Armia with it. Tries getting around Joseph. Joseph steals it, leaves it for Tyler Johnson. Against Johnson will ship the shot off, stopped by Price. It's still loose out. It's Gaudreau back to the point for Stranac. Or for Sergachev. Back cross for Berkeley Gaudreau. And we have a pause in play as something happened. Maybe offside earlier. We don't know. As here, Lekanen will flick it over for Brendan Gallagher, who will take a nice deke around Hedman and will try centering it for Deneau, but it's stopped by Vasilevsky. Maybe the skate of Ruda. Right there, and here's Tyler Johnson taking it to net with a shot, and Price makes the save. It's still loose right there. Edmonton can't quite get out. Shot attempts are 20-19 for Montreal in this game. Comes back for Sherratt around the boards. Hedman gets a shot off. I'm not sure if that was a shot, but it was tipped over the net. And Sherratt gets it behind his net. Out for Gallagher. And he'll flick it out of the zone. Sergachev, the man 30 seconds on his shift. And Point will get it in deep. Sherratt. Or for Gallagher, it's picked up by Lekanen. Brendan Gallagher spinning away. Oh! Oh, and we forgot to do score predictions. Yeah, we can only do that now because it's 2-1. There's already been scored. At the first intermission, we'll probably do some stuff on whether you think the score is going to change or not. It looks like Sergachev's going to be in the penalty box here for something. It looks like it's going to be that weak, potential. But the refs not calling anything these playoffs, so I would call that a tiny bit weak. I guess you can call that, though. If you are calling everything, that's a penalty. I have to see the replay again. From one angle, it does not look very good. From one angle, it's like they look pretty weak. From one angle, it looked a bit worse. Mikhail Sergachev interference at 17:29, though. Doesn't matter either way, it's still a power play. Caulfield, Foley, Perry, Suzuki, and Gustafson out for this power play. Toffoli reps one. Montreal's power play 2021 playoffs have been 10 for 48. Tampa Bay's peak, so not super, so pretty good, but not as great as Tampa Bay's. Mediocre, I guess is what you call that power play. Tampa Bay's PK is 48 for 58. Again, pretty good. Not super bad. Like over 20%, which I say is what you want to get over on the power play and under. And you want to get over 80% in the penalty kill. Gustafson drops it back for Suzuki. Perry will get in the zone for Suzuki, but they're offside line, it looks like. A minute 24 left to go in the power play, a minute 55 left to go in the period. Montreal's power play 5-18 in last 6 home games played. That's been random stat. Tampa Bay power play penalty kill 25 for 27 in the last 11 games. That's a very good penalty kill in their last 11 games. I guess they really had some trouble defending the Florida and Carolina power play in the early games. And that one took a weird bounce off the boards, but nothing really turned out of it. A minute left to go in the Montreal power play. Eric Gustafson away for Caulfield. Knocked at the puck. Gustafson. Or for Suzuki. Or for Perry. Suzuki back for Petrie. Jeff Petrie making his way around the net. For Toffoli. Back out for Suzuki. Drops it back for Gustafson. Gustafson shoots glove down by Andrei Vasilevsky. Shot for 16-12 for Montreal. As Montreal have not been playing bad they've been playing up to the level of Tampa Bay in playing style, just not in the goals. As Vasilevsky has made some nice stops in the series. That one he particularly screened pretty badly by Perry. But man, just to get a hold of it, Petrie. It's Petrie. Leaves it down low. Gallagher for Kotkaniemi, and that went out of the reach of Petrie. So I think that should about do it. There's 10 seconds left to go in the power play and 40 seconds left in the period. Petrie rushing up the ice over for Anderson. Makes a nice move. Blockered away by Andrei Vasilevsky. And that one's cleared out just out of the reach of Sergachev right there, though. Price. Free shots in the power play for Montreal. Weber. Kucherov comes back. It's picked up by Ben Sherratt. Or for Petrie, it's Schroeder for Edmondson, not Petrie, sorry. I get players mixed up sometimes. McDonough and their time is already up in the period, so. I don't think Kucherov really realized that. Alright. You know what, I don't think we can have a Lamos prediction because Daddy isn't here. My dad isn't here. But I predict that this game is going to end. Dun dun dun. Alright, that's it for Lamos predictions. Right. So that's it for Lamb's predictions. Sorry, it isn't very great. I don't have my co-host Daddy here to help me. Daddy, why aren't you helping me?
Dinner.
No. Alright, I have to go to the washroom, but after that we'll do hockey stories with Stanley. Alright, see you real quick. Sorry about that. Don't worry, everything's fine. Just a smoke alarm.
Okay, what are you doing?
You're out of smoke alarms. Oh, it's yum yum.
Yeah, you gotta eat dinner, but I can't do like last time where you leave it till
Alright,
after.
I have to go. No, I'll eat dinner. We'll see you. Yum yum yum. So, hummus stuff with the yogurt sauce.
Yeah.
Not really food.
Or you can just make it like a taco. Like you easier like a taco. I think so.
Yeah, I think it comes with it.
It's just harder to rip it open without breaking it. You're gonna just make it. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Alright, fine.
You just put this like a taco and you make it like that. That was the game.
Yes. Okay. 2-1.
Yeah, it's top score. That was the game.
Fun. I mean, it's famous for all the places.
We spread that around.
What's that? So,
I'm sure I'll say that in the video.
Montreal what?
Montreal's a slight advantage in the game.
Oh.
I shouldn't probably finish for that.
You just leave that in on that. I'll just throw it
Okay. Just keep it for putting other ones.
Chicky.
Mm-hmm.
Chicky.
Oh. Good. Huh?
What?
Did you mute it?
I can't mute. That's me.
You can't mute the computer?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's okay.
No, no.
Hmm?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you can pick up number 2. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Granddad.
Fun.
How's Nan?
Who's
Alright.
tired?
He's tired.
Ben got animal chicken drinking, so I have a blizzard.
What Friday
Alright.
is that?
Not that.
Fridays? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, before.
Hmm? No, but I can imagine what it tastes like. Not much of anything. Vanilla ice cream.
One of Reese.
Hmm?
Put on the Reese.
Or sport.
What'd you normally have?
Reese probably. Or Kit Kat. But it's just, it's like candy. It's not like any chocolate. We only have the candy. We don't have the chocolate part.
Hmm?
They only have like the candy part. We don't have the chocolate part.
Mm-hmm.
It was still fine though.
You still made it work?
Yeah, it was still fine.
Still ate the whole thing? Another one? Maybe?
I'm not feeling fine.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. So, I don't eat today.
I'm gonna need one.
Oh, you doing anything else with Graham?
What's your second?
Oh yeah, how about it?
The goal number 1 Belgium lost.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah. Goal number 1 ranked above France, actually.
saw the shootout between
Spain, Switzerland.
Spain and Switzerland. It was on my lunch break.
Was it close?
It was close, and like both teams did do great.
Both teams fucked up.
Oh, yeah?
Spain won 3-1. How is that?
How many did they shoot?
Okay.
I don't think anybody was.
What did it say?
How many shots did they have?
5.
Wow. Looks like they only missed 4. Or no, I guess they didn't even get the last one.
Yeah, they didn't. Switzerland
They couldn't catch up.
couldn't catch up with the last shot.
I feel bad for the guy, the poor guy who was the 4th one for Switzerland.
They went over.
Yeah. It's like the net is huge. How do you mess it up?
Yards.
What was Italy the favorite?
That was Spain, Switzerland.
No, sorry.
Spain was the favorite.
Yeah.
Spain was the big favorite. in that
So
game.
it's not a big deal if the loss.
But Switzerland beat France, so I really wanted to keep going with that.
Of course. But
With the underdog upsets.
they are frozen than they thought.
Yeah, it's bad for Belgium though.
Yeah, seems like I guess it's wide open. No, I might have it.
And Czech Republic, Denmark, and Ukraine, England are these other third final games.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Denmark, England, and then
And did you watch any tennis?
no.
No.
The Shapovalov boy.
He played Andy Murray,
Did he win?
an Englishman.
Did he win?
He won
Oh.
quite easily, quite strongly. 3 straight sets.
And Murray's my favorite one.
No, but I mean, still, it's Chapo's first time on center court.
At Wimbledon.
In front of a crowd that's obviously cheering on Andy Murray. Andy
Okay.
Murray is a 2-time champion, so he doesn't know a stranger to grass courts.
Oh, that's good. I'll have lunch tomorrow.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
I'll have for lunch tomorrow. Oh,
Alright, everybody, I'm back. Time for some Burke's Law.
oh, to be with that.
Alright, from Brian Burke's Law. Sorry, I was just having some dinner. It was some chicken.
What does Stanley eat?
It was chicken with it was like pita bread with chicken, and it was like a Middle Eastern taco with chicken, yogurt sauce,
Shawarma.
hummus, shawarma. Yeah, I guess. And right now it's time to first little segment called Lucky Stories of Stellan. One sec. The LSATs were scheduled for Saturday morning from 9 to noon. These days, most of the students who write them take a course to prepare for the exam. It can last months. I got a booklet with sample questions and instructions. There might be here's the Canadiens de Spectacle in Montreal when the scored like a 2-1. Everybody happy. Unsurprisingly. Alright.
I'm not taking a day off.
Big money.
I I said I'd sign over everything.
Yes.
Usually I don't wanna take it extra.
I got a booklet with sampling questions and instructions. The night before the exam, I read it from front to back. Then I read it the second time. Then I drank a cold beer and went to bed. That's how important it was to Lou. He let me arrive late for practice the day of the exam. And you were never late for practice when you played for Lou Lamoriello at Providence College. As soon as I finished, I ran over to the rink and got changed as quickly as I could and got on the ice. Lou skated over to me and said, "How did it go?" He asked. "Coach out?" "No, I might have aced it. I might have bombed it. But the one thing I can tell you is that I got one of the worst headaches in my life. I've ever had in my life. Good."
Even left a little
It's
bit
like, get in line. I don't give a
full
I don't give a crap about your headache. That was 4 or 5 weeks before I got the results. In the meantime, I ran to a bunch of law schools asking them to send me applications. You had to do it by mail then. You couldn't call, and of course, there was no email. Some of the applications were simple, and some of them were 20 pages long, complete with essays. I also prepared to write my GREs. And so note for applications to graduate studies in history at Notre Dame and Georgetown, just in case. At Providence, all the mail goes to one central mailbox in the Student Union building. I had the same mail slot. Wait, do we have a prediction? Alright, one sec. Never mind. False alarm, no prediction. I had the same mail slot all 4 years I was there. One morning I went in to look and there was one piece of mail in there, a single envelope. I didn't get a lot of mail. I had a suspicion about what it might be. The return address was ETC, Educational Testing Service, in Princeton, New Jersey. It was a really thin envelope, so I knew it had to be test results and nothing else. Opening that envelope, I was going to determine which fork in the road I took. If I didn't do well, I was going back to Plan A, doing my master in history. Did my master's in history. Not that anyone was watching, but I felt still conscious. If the news was crappy, I didn't want anyone around to see my reaction, so I went upstairs to the Student Union building, student administration office, where there was no one around. I opened the envelope, unfolded the single sheet of paper, and read the number 7 room 4, a score that put me in the 98th percentile of those around the world who had ran the LACT that year. For a second, I wondered if someone was pranking me, but admittingly, that would be a pretty elaborate prank. Still, I double-checked the postmark just to make sure. End scene. Alright, we're getting back. If you're ready for the second... Oh, shoot, I forgot to bookmark it. Oh, well, shots and nets in 2020 in playoffs. Philip Manoah has 10 shots from the middle slot, and he finally scored tonight. Oh, Alexa did. And his first goal came from the left slot. And here Montreal is ready for the second period. Are you ready for the second period? Down the chat. And here's Ross Colton, 2016-18, University of Vermont. Here's Dominic Ducharme, 1995-95 at University of Vermont. Martin St. Louis, 1993-97 at University of Vermont. And there's John LeClaire, 1987-91 at University of Vermont. There's the University of Vermont hockey team. There's Ducharme and St. Louis in there. So interesting to know that Ducharme and Colton both went to the same university.
Who
and
else?
with the same thing as St. Louis and same university that St. Louis and LeClaire went to also.
John LeClaire?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ward back for Sergachev. Or for Savard. Dumps it in. It's Price. For the legs. Stahl or for Armia. Armia tied up with Goudreau right there. penalty in the play. Gord over for Coleman. Sergachev has it. Tries feeding that for Gord. It's Armia who gets it in. Are you gonna actually help me, Betty, this time?
I'm gonna help you? Play by play?
I'm not with play by play.
I don't know. I'm feeling a little tired.
Gord. Yanni Gord will dump it in. Decorative Gord season. Sergachev over for Savard. Colton will dump it in. Price round for Petrie. Lekanen gets there for Gallagher. McDonough over for Colton. In comes Steven Stamkos. Blocked, I think. Evans are there to tie up in the Montreal zone left corner. Comes around for Stamkos, leaves it. McDonough pinching in. And Cirelli will keep it in, actually. And Stamkos is in, but he gets knocked by Petrie. And Lekanen, they can't quite get it there with Cirelli, but they'll only do this time. Chernak. Oh, for Palat! In comes Andre Palat! Or for Kucherov!
Oh.
Easy goal right there for...
Kucherov. Oh, it's a Hulk selling.
That's an easy goal there for Nikita Kucherov. Dominic Ducharme probably not happy with the defense of leaving two of the most dangerous players on Tampa Bay. One of them being one of the most dangerous players in the league.
Oh, long, good breakout pass.
They
Two of them in
just
behind.
left Palat and Kucherov open. Chernak manages to find Palat, an exact connection. Palat onside manages to get it on his stick and does it right to Kucherov. He just backhands it. That's easy peasy. Kucherov's gonna put that puck away every single time. Kucherov's 8th goal of the playoffs at 140. This is by Palat and Chernak, and that's gonna quiet the crowd down here. Sherratt's gonna take out the puck there by points. Out for Palat. Andre Palat spinning back around the boards for point. Back to points. Hedman misses the net. Picked up by Kucherov. Overhead points. Point with a shot misses the net. Comes this point back to Kucherov. Stopped by Price. Can't quite clear it away, so Price will cover it up. Well, here is the change. Petrie is changing, and the other guy can come on. And you can see Sherratt just a bit late to getting back because he was changing. That's just a bad change right there by the Montreal Canadiens.
Well, yeah, and it was a good play by
Chernak
to recognize he got guys open. At the back, look at that. They look pretty. Now they're like, great, we got to score 3 goals.
to win
3
this game.
more goals, yeah.
And not a whole, well, they still got a lot of time, but
Yeah.
not as much time as they did before.
So much different. 1 goal. A 1-goal game is you can tell yourself you're still in it right to the end, but 2 goals
Yeah, it's so much different. 1-goal game and a 2-goal game are so much different.
in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. McDonough leaves up for Goudreau. And it's also like a must-win game
Yeah.
too for Montreal.
They know if they don't get this win, it's likely over.
Gord gets it away from Caulfield. Or for Coleman, he can't quite get it out. There's Toffoli gets it in deep. Vasilevsky for McDonough. They get out of the zone as Goudreau. It's picked up by Petrie back in his own zone. Petrie out of his own zone into the neutral zone, and he'll dump it in. Johnson around the boards for McDonough, around the boards for Maroon. He gets it over for Savard. Matthew Joseph, 2-on-1. Matthew Joseph, stop! Rebound,
Whoa!
What a skate pass, and that is... Who's that? That was Taylor Johnson.
It was a good save by Price on the first shot, but then the rebound went right to the...
No, I think Joseph
did it
got it.
deflect?
Joseph got a little skate over to Johnson, I think.
Oh, they're showing Jake Allen on the bench, but that's not Price's fault, that one.
That is a mistake. It's a 2-on-1. Great save.
That's what I
And
meant
off
there.
his skate right there.
Yeah.
Right back out in front for Johnson. And that's no one's fault right there.
Good save.
That's just a lucky bounce off of Joseph's stick and right out in front. Price is not expecting that.
Somebody's got to get back to cover that second chance, though.
Yeah.
Montreal is not
Sergachev
on the
around
ball
the
here.
boards. Yeah, that's bad, man. They're down by 3 goals here in a must-win game. Tyler Johnson has third goal at 3:50. Free. A lot of frees, assisted by Joseph and Savard. Sergachev takes a shot, and that one skipped the side. Goes to center for Mia. It's kept inside the line. Maroon. Picked up by Corey Perry. You can see how Montreal bench is even more. And now it's offside. You can see the fans are even more quiet than before. And there's also a big difference between two goal games and 3 goal games, because 3 goal games you gotta score pretty quickly. And that is very unlucky right there. It just bounces off the skate of Joseph. Right back out in front. That's gotta be Gustafson's gotta be on Johnson right there though. And Petrie got rid of his red eyes. Tampa Bay has a 9-1 record in the 2021 playoffs when scoring 3+ goals. Weber for Anderson. The shots are 17 apiece and the goals are 4-1 Tampa. Anderson. Back up to the points. It's Sherratt around the boards for Koknievich, just out of his reach. Anderson back deep in the zone. It's picked up by Byron. There Stamkos comes out, Cirelli. Shoot out, Weber will dump it in. Vasilevsky. Hedman's got it. Skips out of the reach. Oh, in comes Ross Colton. Shots period 5-0 for Tampa. So Montreal with not a single shot in the first 5 minutes of this period. McDonough, and so far 2 goals from Tampa. That's sort of taken the life out of Montreal. Gorba shot stopped by Price. It's right back out in front for Gord. Back to Chernak with a shot. Stopped by Price. And Dale can't quite get out of the zone. McDonough gets there for Gord. Out for Coleman. It's Weber. Kept in by McDonough. Sends it towards the net. Blocked out in front by his own guy. Sherratt for Deneau, and they can't get it out again. Oh, well, Suzuki finally gets it out, and Byron will leave it. Suzuki racing to get in front of McDonough, and ooh, that looks like a penalty, but of course the refs don't call it because they don't call anything. Coleman out for Gaudreau. It's Gord. Picked up by Edmondson, out for Banks pass for Caulfield. Cool Caulfield waiting, but he can't quite get a shot off with Sergachev. Makes a nice back check. It's Nick Suzuki. Around the back of the net. Suzuki trying to fight for the puck and spit it by Platt. And that one out for Kucherov. Comes out for points and he gets poke checked. Barrow. Edmondson. Comes out, it's Deneau or for Caulfield. Caulfield's there with some bat. Gets there for Deneau. And Sergachev can't quite get out of the zone. Gallagher with it in deep, and that one's easily strung aside there with Vasilevsky. It's Kucherov, and he'll flick it in. As they go for a change. Petrie or for Gallagher, it's picked up. Missed. It's picked up by Petrie around the boards. Baril and deep for Joseph. McDonough. And Stahl will get it out of the zone. In the neutral zone, it is Gustafsson was shot blocked by Tyler Johnson. Johnson for Joseph. And he'll flick it out. It's picked up by Sherratt, but he's being pressured. Perry. Corey Perry out for Stahl. Dumps it in. Armia or for Perry. Back for Sherratt. It's in. It's Perry. Ran for Armia. Armia tries swinging out in front. Perry back to the point. Is Sherratt. Goes on a stick of Stamkos. Oh! Breakout here.
2-on-1 again?
Colton.
2-on-1.
2-on-1. Hedman gets it. Wait! Strikes ringing for Colton and... Oh, that's bad. Armia or for Perry. Perry was shot deflects off Savard.
Oh! Big hit to the
Perry
boards.
gets hit by Savard as he drills him on the boards. Hits are free at 28 for Tampa Bay. Price around the boards, kept in by Cirelli. So he'll send it in deep as he goes for a change. Pricer for Merrill and Toffoli will wait. Sends it over for Edmondson. Back for Toffoli. Toffoli sends it on goal. That's an easily pad save there by Vasilevsky. Comes out for Gord. Yanni Gord in, tries leaving it for Goudreau, and it's Caulfield who gets it out. Chernak. That could be too many men called there against Tampa Bay, but I guess the rest didn't see enough of it. Miro. It is picked up there by Palat, and he sends it back into the Montreal zone. Price around. Oh, send it on front by Kucherov. That's point back to the line. Chernak was shot the flex over the net. Merrill with it. So far, Montreal are not out this game, but I think they gotta get one soon, right?
Pardon?
Montreal definitely gotta get one soon. They would definitely not want to go 3 goals down to the third period. They have lots of time left here in the second. As it's Edmonton, whose shift was pretty long, a minute and a half, and just ended. But no, did not just end. Is that's an icing right there against the Montreal Canadiens. Here is this chance, but it's just stick to it. Ooh, and that's a crushing hit by Savard. Just sends Perry right into the boards. There's Perry and Savard having a little talk.
Mm-hmm.
David Savard, 44 hits tonight in 2021 44 hits on 21 playoffs. One tonight, and that one's on Corey Perry. Merrill has it, and he'll get it out of the zone, but not quite icing, and not quite this icing this time. As Merrill, his long shift has not quite ended, as he can't quite go to the bench yet. Kotkaniemi will flick it out, but it's picked up there by Brendan Gallagher in the offensive zone. And, ooh, Gallagher getting tied up. That could have been a penalty. Right there. Dunno, or for Gustafson. Spinning! Missed the net.
You just fired it on the screen.
Dunno. Back for Gustafson. Misses the net. Then towards the net, and it's picked up there by Sergachev, who gets it out of the zone. And that is icing. All right, Daddy, I have to go to the washroom. You take it. For a couple.
I can tell by your fart.
Alright, back. Daddy, did you do good?
Nope.
You did not do anything, let me guess.
No.
Alright,
Lazy daddy.
we'll take a break and play here. 7:41 to go, and Price made a couple of nice. Ooh, that's a nice save. Nikita Kucherov, Daddy made, and Nikita Kucherov was like, oh, great. 4-1 left with 7:29 to go in the period. Alright, one final round. One Canadian team. One Stanley Cup champion. Will this be the one to remember? Maybe not. Probably not, because they're down 4-1 in Game 3, and they're down 2-0 in the series. You can bet. No, we're not going to bank on it, buddy.
Hmm?
We're not going to bank on Montreal Canadiens win the Stanley Cup. Scotiabank.
Not today. Not this time.
It makes it sound like they're a gambling service.
Oh, you're
So
talking about
you-
an ad. Oh,
But
okay.
you can bank on this. Scotiabank. Alright.
Think Montreal's coming back?
In this game? No.
No. So would you say this is it? That's it. Stanley Cup over. I know you don't want to, but I know you don't want it to be over.
Carey Price, 8% 2021
Okay, so
the
you're just
playoffs.
not going to answer my question.
I'll answer it. Round 1 versus, oh my god. 942 versus the Maple Leafs, 942 versus Vegas, versus Winnipeg, 928 against Vegas, and 829 against Tampa Bay so far. And so yeah, I think this is over. Daddy?
Mhm.
Dude, I was reading the stats, Daddy.
You don't have to. You could wait to read the stats.
Yeah, I do remember the stats. I remember your question, though.
You don't have to also read every stat on the screen.
Yes, alright. So,
Because you just do that a
I
lot.
think this is over because it's like they're down 4-1 in Game 3 and it's 2-0 in the series. And they're up against such a big powerhouse team. I don't think they're going to be able to pull off the comeback in this game and in the series.
Mm-hmm. Probably not. That's it. That's over. We're not going to see the next game anyway. Well, I guess you will, but
Oh, why?
softball.
Oh, Monday?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Well, it might not be over that. If
What?
Montreal could still win this game.
Yeah.
But if they don't, it might not be over in Game 4 either.
They might win that one.
The series is not over till it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that's highly unlikely that Montreal is winning the series, though.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if there was a sweep in this. If it was a sweep in this series.
Yeah, if there was a year you would expect you could see a sweep, this is it.
Yeah. Because Montreal is lucky to even get to the finals. And this is, I think Tampa Bay, this is like by far the least challenging team that Tampa Bay have to face these entire playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, they're not super defensive like New York is. So they're not able to, like, defend their way. And they're not super deep, to be honest. They got some good depth players like Eric Stahl and Corey Perry,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not insanely deep, though.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is pretty good. But past Petrie and besides the big four, it's not. Besides Petrie and Weber, there's no really game break. There's no really game breakers in their D.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they have Carey Price, which is pretty good. Which is a very good goalie. So really, they just caught. They obviously got through Toronto, which is Toronto has a curse on them, so And knows that Toronto had Muzzin and Tavares injured. But still, to have a curse on them, they can't make it past the first round. So that's why they beat Toronto. Winnipeg were just, that Scheifele was suspended, and they were just like, oh my god, we were not going to try the series. And then Vegas was sort of the same thing. We are too tired to compete in the series. Daddy, it's kind of confusing in Montreal. Like, they could... So, leading and trailing, 101 plays. Round 1 versus Toronto, they led 119 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to read that stat. Never mind.
Yeah, that's why you don't have to read every stat. It's okay. You just let some of them go.
Alright, that
or
was
if you see it, then you can just talk about what they were talking about.
That was my rant
What were they
about...
trying to show?
About how much have they been leading and trailing.
Okay, and did it look like they hadn't led much? Or how much? Or have they been trailing a lot?
In this series,
Was
yeah.
it by series or by number of games?
By series. Gallagher had 755 ice time with 5 shots tonight. So
They
rough
probably
shots.
never led in this series so far.
Oh no, not in the series. They led. They only led in the. Oh, here we go. 2-on-1 here. Wait, no, not quite 2-on-1. Stamkos has to turn away from Petrie. Stamkos just goes over to stick a Colden, and it comes back for Cirelli. Around the boards for Joseph. Back to the point. Chernak with a shot. Missed. Oh! That one caught Colton up high. He's going to have to go to the bench. Joseph will hit on Suzuki. Comes loose. Johnson over for Maroon. Back to the line. It's Ruda. Over for Maroon. Back down low. It's Joseph. But he can't get the puck. Caulfield back for Edmondson. Ruda. Or for Hedman. It's out of the zone for Maroon. Picked up by Eric Gustafson. Or for Stahl. Stahl tries centering out in front of the Tampa Bay net. Can't quite do it. Armia over for Perry. That's cross-checked off the puck. Armia back for Perry behind the Tampa Bay net. Troy sharp angles shotting it. And Weber, that one stopped. And it's a 4-on-2. Or a 3-on-2. No, it's 4-3 now, actually. Hedman.
Is it 5-on-5?
Coleman tries to run back out in front blindly, and then just the reach of Perry. And, there was on the play as there's a stick cut in Perry's stick. Stick got in Perry's skate. Let's look at this. It just got stuck in like the area between his like skate and his like blade.
Perry's thinking I should have taken a dive.
But he can't dive right now because the refs already knew what happened. And there's Perry. There's some catch of Perry. I'm not sure.
You're not sure? I think they're Perry fans.
Perry fans. It's like Seinfeld with the Devils where he has to like the sheriff and say Devils.
Yeah.
It's sticky. Like he's a Rangers fan, so that's not great.
Yeah.
That was 94, right? That episode came out?
I do not remember. Probably.
No, never mind. Maybe not. That was season 6, so maybe. Kucherov gets it out.
Probably a little later. Didn't it start in 91 or 92?
89. It started, season 1 was 89. Matthew Joseph.
89, really?
Pretty free time on ice with free hits. But season 2 came out in 1991. So here's him warming up before the game.
Who's it?
Matthew Joseph. And here's him this shot. Stop. Nothing.
What are you doing? Huh?
It's the thing I do with my tongue.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if people can hear it, but it's kind of strange.
Turnak for Colton. Vasilevsky leaves it for McDonough. But Donna gets it out. Surly. And the back for Colton. Colton tied up in the corner. It's a bag in the corner. And it comes loose for Merrill.
Meryl Streep?
Yeah, not Meryl Streep. It's John Merrill.
Oh, she doesn't play for the Habs?
Yeah. Sheryl with a shot.
She probably could. They're playing so
Well,
bad.
yeah,
Oh!
Okay, come on. They're not playing that bad.
Meryl,
Just
your
right.
new line mate, your new partner is Streep. Streep, Meryl. Meryl, Streep.
They're not playing that bad. They're just against a superior team, to be honest.
I know, you're right. You're right.
Besides, they're actually leading in shots. They're not playing that bad.
I know, but then the joke wouldn't have worked.
Oh my god.
They're actually playing pretty well. It's a good thing Meryl Streep's really good at hockey.
Shots this period, 9-5 for Tampa Bay. Shot attempts this entire game, 39-45 for Montreal.
COVID shots, 48.
Edmonton, that one's deflected. Sergachev gets hit there by Byron. Comes loose for points, and it's Petrie at the line with a shot. Stopped by Vasilevsky.
They need a late goal.
Yeah, totally. Here's 2015 Cup Final. Ben Bishop behind the net for Tampa Bay. Remember when Ben Bishop was on Tampa Bay?
Remember when he
And
was in the
Vasilevsky had to come in because Bishop is hurt or something?
I don't know. He's hurt a lot.
That was back when he wasn't that hurt. And here's him today. Best goalie in the league. Potentially. Best goalie in the world.
That might have been when he took over the number 1 gig.
Oh, no. It was when Bishop left, not when.
You don't think that was the changing of the guard right there?
No,
Why did they show it?
under Vasilevsky 21 playoffs. They're just saying, like, this was, remember back when he was the backup for Tampa Bay? I think that's what it was. Tried to imagine he's their backup.
When did Bishop leave?
Bishop left after 2016, I think, to go to Dallas. Because I definitely know he was their starter in 2016. Maybe it was after 2016-17 or 15-16. Maybe 16-17. So, and then Vasilevsky took over. Vasilevsky was pretty good backup, so it wasn't like it was a huge deal. Suzuki was shot, scores!
Oh, they needed that?
That's a bad goal for Vasilevsky
life.
to let in. And that does get them some life, yes.
So in 2016-2017, Bishop only played 32 games for the Lightning. And he played 7 for the Kings. So he must have been traded. And he couldn't have been having a great year if he only played 32 games. Unless they were, either way, that's when he took over for sure.
Yeah.
But if he only played 7 for the Kings, when would he have been traded?
Suzuki,
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Wow. They got a goal. They got a late goal, so the game's not over.
Oh, that's a bad goal for Vasilevsky.
No, that's a good shot. It's right along the ice. He's got to get down faster, I guess, but I guess he was thinking it was going to go high. That's what the goalie's got to guess. They got to guess low or high.
Gord. And he'll dump it in. Price has it. They better not mess this up. That'd be bad for Montreal fans if they...
Let in one.
Here they
go. They'll get a chance now.
Levero's shot stopped by Vasilevsky. And
Get back.
Goudreau or for Gord. Yanni Gord. Nick Suzuki, 7th goal of the playoffs at 18:04.
Here we go. One more rush.
Assisted by Petrie and
Getty
Caulfield.
Lee.
Alright, still like a minute left though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought there was like 15 seconds left.
Something. Petrie has it. Ooh, Gorey going for a hit. But Petrie is a bit stronger than him. Petrie actually rushing in. Or for Suzuki. Cross-ice pass! And he missed the net. There was a Cole Caulfield. That was flicked out of the zone.
Smart play to just clear it out by...
It's Petrie. Or if it's Foley. Joel Edmondson. And comes outside the line. Oh, in comes Colton. Good his time base changing. Edmondson has it. Stretch pass out to reach Gallagher, but he'll still get there first though. Gallagher Sonia in front. McDonough gets it, and then that one is actually, that's going to be a hand pass. 20 seconds left to go in the period. It's Perry over for Weber right there. And that one's gloved by Vasilevsky. That's a cross-ice pass, and Caulfield just, he's got to get that shot off a tiny bit faster. Right there. Sherratt will dump it in, so potentially one last rush chance here for Tampa Bay. McDonough. Palat, and they'll flick it out of the zone. Oh, it's picked up. Oh, it just had the reach of Kucherov, and that should do it for this period. Oh, no, never mind, it goes to the play. But 4.3 seconds left. There's no McDavid who can score on a face. So earlier in the season, oh, here's Suzuki speeding up. Early in the season, between Vancouver and Edmonton, Demko covers it up with two and a half seconds left. Daddy?
Yep.
McDavid scores with 0.7 seconds left, and Demko covered up with two and a half, and McDavid scored last second goal. Like he just gets the puck and just skates a tiny bit and just snaps it. And I was like, the Vancouver and the Demko, the defense, like, what just happened? All right, some hockey stories with Spellin. The first call I made was home. My mom answered, and one thing you should know about her is that she didn't like lawyers. I tried to explain what it meant. It's Charlie Bucket getting the golden ticket in Willy Wonka. She was supportive, but she wasn't all that excited. Then I went to see Lou. I made him take the paper out of the envelope. Instead of 4, he said keep reading it to him. So, 98 percentile? You're responsible for this, I said. Harvard, Yale, Georgetown Law? All of them were possibilities for me because Lou Lamoriello gave a crap about a young red-headed kid from Minnesota. Before the end of my senior year, I had been accepted by Harvard Law School. Another student, Angela Carcone, and I were the first Providence College students in 10 years to be accepted into Harvard Law. But there would be a short detour on the way to Cambridge. There was a chance the Flyers might want to bring me to camp, which meant that there was at least an outside chance I might be able to play professional hockey. I asked Lou what he thought if I do such having. What do you want to do? He asked. If the Flyers were signing me, I didn't really think that was possible, let alone likely. That would be great, but I was also willing to go to training camp with them next fall without a contract. I really wanted to give it a shot. Will you defer to your Harvard acceptance? Lou asked. I already read the acceptance letter, and they said that they took a maximum of 40 deferments a year. I applied for a deferment right away, and it was granted almost immediately. So now I had an option. I figured out the Flyers coming in camp, by which I absolutely thought they would. I would go and play a season in Europe. I wasn't good enough for the best leagues in Europe, but there were all kinds of places that you could play over there. Even this day, I still dream of living abroad for a year. And after that, I could head back to Harvard Law. Providence College lost to Clarkson College in the playoffs. In fact, they smoked us. In part because they had a guy playing for them named Dave Taylor, who would go to be a one-third the Los Angeles Kings' famous Triple Crown line. He had 5 points against us. A beer was stacked in the eye. That game on Tuesday night, we went to a drinking after the game. On Wednesday and on Thursday, or on Friday morning after class, the Minnesota guys began our familiar drive back home for spring break. And 24 hours later, after that great nonstop dash across the country, we arrived. Lou called me at home on Saturday morning and told me that the Flyers wanted me to play some games with their AHL farm club, the Springfield Indians, right away. I had gone there for 3 or 4 days with no workouts and drinking a lot of beer. Coach, I told Lou, yeah, I don't even have my gear with me. It's back in Providence. I haven't been on the ice in 4 days, and I've been drinking a little bit. A bit. Lou has always cut the chase. Get some gear, find some ice time, and fly back here tomorrow. I called the guy who ran the rink in our town, Larry Fair, and he got me an hour of ice time. Then I found some guys I could throw the puck around with and borrowed some gear. We skated Saturday, and then I went out early Sunday morning and skated before getting on the plane back to Providence. The PC baseball team was on its spring tour in Florida, so I borrowed a car that the third baseman John Schiffer had left behind in Rhode Island. Schiff went on to become the most famous manager in the history of the Cape Cod Summer Baseball League. It was about an hour and 40-minute drive to the rink in Springfield. Of course, there was no GPS then, so you had to rely on one of those Rand McNally road atlases to get around. And I got lost on the way to the rink, but luckily I was so nervous about being late that I left 3 hours before practice was scheduled to start. I was the first guy in the dressing room, waiting by myself, and then the players started to trickle in. They were really nice to me. They put me in a locker next to the captain, Andre Paloffi, who scored 99 points for Springfield that season. I went out for my first practice in professional hockey. I thought it was the best thing ever. I was sitting there thinking, this is really cool. The dressing room was pretty dingy, but it was a sunny day, and the light was bouncing off the white walls and the locker stalls. I'd always put my skates on last, so I was sitting there on my bare feet with my pants and shin pads on. Reflecting on the journey, who would have believed that 10 years earlier in Minnesota, when I played for the first time as a kid, I said, guys, I'm going to be a professional hockey player. Everybody would have laughed at me. And yet here I am. And then, after practice, got my first day of reality. Springfield was a split team then. Half the players belonged to the Flyers, and the other half belonged to the Washington Capitals. The Flyers guys were pretty serious about what they were doing. The Washington guys, not so much. Paloffi, his nickname was Pilo, elbowed me in the ribs and said, watch this. Mick McAhan, who was a veteran defenseman, they yelled for a trainer, his nickname was Gooch. Hey, Gooch! Obviously, Gooch hadn't been through this routine before. He came over and handed Mac 2 plastic beer cups filled with ice, great big cups. Mac reached down from under his seat where the skates go, pulled out a jug of rye, and filled up both cups right to the top. He handed one to Grant Cole, one of our goalies, and then clanked beer cups before having a sip. I remember looking up the clock. It was 11:46 in the morning. Holy frick. No mixer, no tonic, no nothing. Just straight rye. After practice, I went to my crappy Howard Johnson's where they had put me and called my dad and told him the story. Don't you hang out with those two guys, he said. If they ask you to go out, say no. After the first period of my first game, someone got lit cigarettes and smoked in their stalls. There was a big tub of beer waiting for you when you came up the ice after the game. It was nuts. I played weekend games and then returned to Providence in time for classes Monday morning. I remember we played at home one night, Saturday night, and then bused part of the way to Hershey, and we were playing on Sunday. Gooch asked me if I wanted to buy beer for the bus. I asked what everyone was buying, and he said 12 beers. So I paid for him for 12 beers. When we got on the bus, there were at least 14 cases of beer stacked in the aisle of bags of ice, and then you had to walk on seat handles to get over to them. Turns out the team put 4 cases of beer on the bus. The 12 beers each guy brought were on top of that. The movie Slapshot came out that spring. I remember telling one of my buddies that I lived it in Springfield. Gary Dineen was the coach of that team, and he had no interest in me at all. I barely played, and the team that year was awful. But the experience gave me a much clearer picture of what professional hockey was and what I needed to do to prepare. Then we gotta plug it in.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. You done reading?
Yeah, thank you. And the team that year was awful, but the experience gave me a much clearer picture of professional hockey and what I needed to do to prepare. And now I had friends going into training camp. All in all, it was a great 2 weeks. I got to meet the legendary Eddie Shore. The rink was playing. It was a great old barn. It smelled like horse manure because of the agricultural shows that they used to have there. They were paying me $200 a game. I wound up playing 7 games for Springfield. That's for making $1,400. A beer was 25 cents then, and our meal money was $3 a game in college, and $7 a day in the pros. And you could eat just fine with that, so that was decent money. I loved every minute of it, and it turned out my time wasn't bad. Keith Allen, the Flyers general manager, came down one afternoon to watch the Indians play in New Haven. Tommy Rowe got into a fight in the very first shift of the game, pulled the guy's hair, and got himself ejected. So I got a regular turn on the ice and a spot in right wing. I threw some big hits, made a couple of plays, and caught a guy on the back check breaking up a breakaway. There's no doubt in my mind that's why the Flyers signed me a couple weeks later. A 1+1 contract, 1 year plus an option, with a $10,000 signing bonus and $15,000 to play. I went back to finish my final term of Providence with the acceptance to the Harvard Law and back pocket, along with a contract to the Flyers. Started to think that if I had come so far and so fast as a hockey player, maybe I could take the next step. I knew I would need time in the minors, but I really thought that I had a chance to play in the National Hockey League. And play. Points leaders in the 24-month Stanley Cup playoffs. Top is Kucherov. Second is Point with 20. Top is Kucherov 32. Second is Point with 23. Tied for third is Stamkos and Hedman, who goes 18, and then fifth is Clord. So all 5-point leaders in 24-month Stanley Cup playoffs are from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which means Nikita Kucherov, how many points does he have? Any points per game?
It's looking like he'll be the MVP, eh?
32 points in 21 games in 2 periods. That's pretty big. That's very good points per game.
Yeah.
Emily Arena in Tampa Bay, after they make it 4-1, everybody is celebrating. And in Montreal, when they scored to make it 4-2 at the Bell, outside the Bell Center. We'll back in a couple moments for a second period. But I gotta turn off this. Alright, period review. We forgot to do it during the first period.
I don't really see much. You go ahead.
Really, it was honestly just not so... It was a normal period. Now I gotta type something in chat. So that's the Montreal definitely gonna have to come back with a big period in the second. And it's third to win this game. Right, 1 sec. So I just want to check.
Pardon? Chat.
Oh. Alright, don't forget to watch episode 3 of Quest for the Stanley Cup on YouTube, on the NHL YouTube channel. For, or actually, or maybe...
Huh?
Well, if Tampa win tonight and the series ends in tomorrow's game, then we're not going to review any more Stanley Cup. You can just watch the thing on its own. But if we do another game this year, then we'll do the review of episode 3.
We'll keep going.
If this series goes to 5 games.
If not, you can just stream your reviews of the show.
Oh, yeah. There's also draft, and there's also like the free agency stuff that we can also do a live stream of.
Sure.
There's a Cartier, the spectacular when Montreal scored. They're all going insane for 1 goal, but they're still down by 2. Long way to go here. Bell Center at Montreal. It's still second intermission apparently. Sportsnet. Why the intermission is so long?
It's just crazy. How long is intermission?
I felt like I was reading for like a full 18 for like a long time, but apparently
It's
it was
18 minutes normally, right?
Yeah, apparently it was only like 10 minutes I was reading for. It goes by so much faster in the actual arena than...
Yeah, because you got 3 things to do, and there's lineups for all 3 things. What do you got to do? You got to go to the bathroom. You got to get a beer. And then you got to get some food.
Yeah. Then rush back to your seats.
And then get back to your seats, and sometimes there's even a lineup to get back to your seats.
It is.
You just got to hope you get back there before they drop the puck.
It is absolute chaos.
It's chaos. You got to have a strategy. You can't be just thinking about it out on the fly. You got to know what you're doing ahead of time. Otherwise, you're missing hockey. This is what you're there for. But one of the strategies could actually be, you know what? You leave your seat just a little early. Because if you leave your seat just at the last whistle or something when there's only like 30 seconds left, take a risk of missing a goal, but it means you'll be back at your seat in no time.
And skip all the stuff.
Because there'll be nobody out in the stands, in the concessions. You can at least get a couple things before the lineup starts.
Yeah, you probably go to the washroom before the lineup start.
Maybe.
Or did you get the beer or the food?
I think you get the beer and the food first, even though it's harder, because then you got to pee with beer and food. But the washroom lines always kind of move fast for the guys. And when you're with a kid like you, sometimes what do we do?
What?
You don't remember? It's been so long since you've been to a game. We would use that. We sat near the family washroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was sweet. You go make sure you're there. I tried to use it without you. Somebody was like, "Nah, you gotta go get the other bathroom, buddy." It's like, dang it! Next time I gotta bring Stellan with me. You were at the game, I think. You just weren't with me.
Yeah, with money.
Yeah.
All right, top performer. Victor Hedman from Orange, blah blah blah, Sweden.
Orange, blah blah blah.
Orange,
blah 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 blah.
Sweden is Victor Hedman with the Conn Smythe from the Stanley Cup last year. Here's him early tonight, rips a slap shot past Carey Price. And tonight he has a goal and assist, 2 points in previous 6 games before tonight. And here's him on the assist on the... Alright, we got set for the third period. Montreal down by 2. Most points over 2-point seasons. Nikita Kucherov is 5th with 66 behind Gretzky, Lemieux, and 2 Gretzkys.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, anytime you can be anywhere near a Gretzky stat, you're doing something pretty good. And he's right in the middle of them.
Yeah, 66 over the last 2 postseasons for.
And I think they had a crazier one too, where it was just like all of his was it his points per game in the playoffs? It's like really good. And considering that he's played in a lot.
Caulfield. or for Vasilevsky around the boards. Also, it's insane. Like, he's in the modern day age too, where there's way less scoring than back in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it
Well,
doesn't matter how
that's
good
why
you are.
that's why McDavid's like this year was insane because
Yeah.
it's not like it's like in the 80s back when Gretzky and Lemieux played. There was so much less scoring than there is now.
There's more scoring back then.
Yeah, well, there's so much less scoring now. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like done around the boards for Palat.
Well, and it's just harder to.
Stroud's shot because the goalies are bigger, stronger,
Yeah.
better equipment.
And the teams are often rolling like more than one line, right? Like.
Whoever was shot. And also salary cap, so not all the teams are like not
They're
like there's not only like one team that's just stacked and they win like 5 Stanley Cups
It's tough.
in a row.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you do get those teams, but they don't stay together very long. Before because somebody's got to be traded or moved because of the salary cap.
Yeah, that's why I like the cap because it doesn't mean that you don't get like super stacked teams like the Islanders of the early '80s or the Oilers of the mid '80s. And look at the freaking Montreal of the '70s. Petrie back with shot into the net. Or Mia picks it up, or for Perry.
Okay, they're looking for an early goal here. Oh, these
Perry
guys
making his way around, but it's blocked. Oh, for Gustafson.
Oh, he fanned on it.
Oh, I messed that one up big time. And they get out of the zones. Perry, Montreal are not playing a bad series. Just tough to get past Vasilevsky. Alright, so John Cooper, hopefully my team can close it out for his last 2 minutes. Nothing for his last 18 minutes, 45 seconds. Something else he can really do besides just stay defensive, don't jump in rushes, don't pitch, don't take too many risks offensively because they don't need to right now. They don't have to get another goal. They just have to hold on. Tampa Bay. And Montreal, I think, has to do basically the opposite. Their D has got to pinch more, and they got to take offensive risks.
Crash the net.
Like, who cares if you lose 5-2? At least you take risks.
That's
Like,
right.
who cares if you lose 6-2? At least you took risks to try and
That's right.
win. Like,
but you can't definitely let in another goal.
Yes, you can't.
You definitely can't let in.
They're lucky Sorelli just sort of fanned on that.
Oh,
shot.
nice
He's
little
back for
ditch.
Foley was shot, but he fans on it.
Somebody's stick's gone on us.
Around for Suzuki on the other side of the boards.
Get in there. Where's another Montreal player?
Sorelli
Where are
flips
they?
it out,
They've got to help.
and Edmondson's got it over for Petrie. It's Petrie dish. Or for Edmondson. This could potentially be the last stream of our playoffs. Edmondson. They stepped in. This could potentially be the last period stream.
That's true.
That one could have been the last hockey stories of the playoffs. We're still going to do the draft stuff. And
What about hockey games next year?
we're going to do hockey games next year, definitely. We're going to do most of the Canucks games, probably.
Most of them.
Not most of them, but yeah, some of them definitely though.
Okay, I was gonna say because there's 82. I'm not sure.
Oh, Sorelli fans on that shot. He really messed up big time. He had a chance to put this game away, but he fans on it. And that one's shot around the boards. Joseph keeps it though. Or for Johnson. Oh, for Maroon!
Oh, off the post.
Off the goal post.
Oh, and it went.
Maroon back for Sergachev. Ooh, that one tips just wide. Savard across.
Woo.
Petrie for Kotkaniemi.
Does Montreal learn from that and just go, let's get in there and
Kotkaniemi
take
for
our
Sonori
chances?
and
They're going to get a whistle. That's good. They want that. They'll take a whistle down there. And a little pushy push.
A little scrum by the
Scrumptious.
Yum yum.
It's a yum yum scrum. It's a hey dum dum scrum.
Price are on the boards and it's just
What happens? This is
Everybody
the off the
goes
post
up.
shot here. Alone.
right off the middle of the post. Like an inch over, like a centimeter over, and that's a goal.
Well, it did go off the other way. It went exactly.
The outside of the post?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still an inch over, and that's a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Or that goes off the inside the post and in if that's like an inch over.
Yeah. How big are
Picked
the
up by
posts?
Blake
Were they
Coleman.
2-inch posts? Probably 2-inch posts.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Maybe not, maybe less.
And Gustafsson out for Stahl. He fans him. He decides not to take a shot and just get it in deep. It's Perry. Battle in the corner for it. Who will come out victorious out of this battle. And will be the Montreal Canadiens as Stahl rings it around the boards for Weber at the point.
He pushes it back.
Down low for Armia. It's Stahl. Stahl.
Oh, that popped out front, eh?
Gustafsson winds one
Gustafsson's
and
got to get that through.
blocked
He can't
by
just...
Coleman. Weber with a shot misses the net, and it's Gustafsson. Tries centering it out front for Armia, and he can't quite do it. But all alone, and just way too far. There, just a way too hard of a pass was Hedman with that. Gord would have been all alone, and that would have been a very good scoring chance.
Mm-hmm.
If Hedman just had not. Why am I liking about that? Is Hedman just rifled it down. Like, he didn't even try to make a nice, soft pass. Like, he just went like, boom, and just way too hard.
Got excited.
Well, I think he was under pressure, so he just sort of ringed it around. But he didn't think he had... And Kotkaniemi is very mad. He is punching the boards. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, ice time 10:29 of a shot tonight. Weber's shift time is 1:10, and Gustafsson also. Points gets it back off the draw win, but Gallagher's there at the points. It's tied up, and it comes out for Weber. Shea Weber for Lehkonen, and it comes in. It's a no with it inside the neutral. It's in the offensive zone. Gallagher or for Weber. Shot misses the net. Weber. Platt. Around for Kucherov, and he'll get it out. Not sure if that's going to be probably enough for icing. Yep.
Icing.
Gallagher or for Weber with this shot, and it's tipped, and I'm not sure if Vasilevsky saved that one. Game 4 is Monday at 4:30 p.m. Well, no, it starts at it's the game's at 5, but the program for that will start at 4:30, I think. Or yeah, it starts at 4:30 maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, or Monday. No, never mind. Game 4 of this series. Comes loose to Foley, and Caulfield was loose, but he can't quite get a stick. And trying to spring Colton. There, Cirelli gets it in deep as Price. Or for Sherratt, just out of his reach. Stamkos for Cirelli. Cirelli trying to get away from Suzuki. So Cirelli comes out for Colton, back for Chernak. McDonough fell down Sanchez tries centering in front for Colton. But he managed to get it back for Chernak, who gets it in just out of reach of Cirelli, but Stamkos. Or for Cirelli. Getting hit there, tied up in the corner with the puck. That one comes out. It's a line. It's Ruda. Around for Cirelli in the corner. Cirelli, really, Tampa Bay is wasting time right now. And they finally... No, not quite out, actually.
Oh, big
as
mistake.
Colton has it. Here's how the Montreal guys have been out. And still don't get it out. As it comes up, it's Joseph with it. Joseph scrambled for it. Comes loose for Johnson. Gets in deeper, it's Maroon. Back to the point, it's Ruda. Around the boards. My God, how long has Sherratt been out? He's been out for entirety of 2 Tampa Bay shifts. And this shift is not over yet. Caulfield gets it, but they gotta be able to change as it's still not deep enough for them to call it change as Stahl. Sherratt still not off the ice, he can barely skate. And he'll get off after 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And Vasilevsky can't quite grab it. Over for Armia, but he fans on it. And out they come, it's Yanni Gord with Blake Coleman. But he's too. Oh, Yanni Gourde takes a shot and it deflects off of John Barrow and out play. So that's a major time-wasting play. And here's a
That was
chance.
a pretty good chance, though,
for
right away.
Joel Armia, and he just whiffs on the shot.
God, you gotta get that shot away.
And that is the reason why they're not winning. It's just
There's inside the Bell Center.
inside.
Outside the Bell Center. I never actually knew what the Bell Center looks like from the outside. But I'm not sure it's the Bell Center now. Never mind, I know what it looks like. That's not definitely, that's in the background.
Think Montreal's gonna get one?
Maybe. I mean, nah, I think they're gonna hold on.
No more goals?
To the Forts. Nothing is gonna get Antiana.
Mm-hmm.
So 5-2 in the end. Alright. We're ready. Back here is, that smells disgusting in the alley. Price whiffs on him. That starts this very long shift.
What did you just say?
It smells out there.
Oh, really? You just go out there?
No, it's just
No, I
Coming in the window?
coming from the window. Kucherov's got it. Back for Sergachev. A shot. Stopped by Price. Rello's still loose on Ray on front. Gallagher picks it out of the reach of the no. Sergachev. So one over for Hedman. Andre Palat.
Splat.
Palat.
Splat, plat.
The no. Gets it out. Picked up by Sergachev or for Palat. Palat's got it. He's heading into the offense. School! And Price will pass. Oh, no, never mind. No, it was like, school! That was close. I did not expect that chance. Price wanted to pass it out there. But here's this chance. Kucherov leaves it back for Mikhail Sergachev, who takes this shot. It's a nice blocker saved there by Price. And it's Palat. It does not look like that dangerous of a chance, but it's a pretty accurate shot, and Price has to make a nice glove save. And he wants to pass it up, but there we go. Thank you for carrying us all the way to the finals. Says that sign. Shots are free out piece this period. Shots are 50-40. For Montreal, face-up percent 51.1% for Tampa Bay, 48.9% for Montreal. In comes Gustafson. Kakaniemi flips it out and it goes into the bench. Price has been not super solid in this series. He's made some solid saves though. With an 8 free save percentage in this game.
$8-3-3?
Yeah, an 8 free save percentage in this game
Not bad.
so far. In this game, which is 4 goals against on 24 shots.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the math, if you're a nerd, if you know math, then you know that that's 8 free because that's 1/6 of the shots that 1/6 of the shot. There's 5/6 of the shots that he saved. That shots against or saves,
Right.
and 1/6 of the shots shots are go in or a goal in this game. Stamkos gets it. Ooh, try centering it for Colton. Stamkos for Colton, can't quite get it. But Cirelli holds on to it, but Foley steals that one quickly. Foley has not been super, he hasn't been, standout in these playoffs. He's had some goals, but he hasn't been during the regular season, this guy's really good.
Yeah.
Dunno. What's that? I think Foley had 25 goals. Oh!
Ooh.
Shot there by Eric Gustafsson and gloved by Vasilevsky. On the other end, Vasilevsky has definitely been the winner of this goaltending battle in this series.
Mm-hmm.
As Dano has a cross-ice pass for Gustafsson, who rips it, and Vasilevsky can just see that one through Anderson. How does he even see that? I can see Anderson's right in his way. And there's the people doing the weird drum thing. Also, did you like my hype music earlier today?
What?
I did some hype music.
Oh yeah.
Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. That was my hype music.
That's hype music? Okay.
Or hum.
Sounded like Bollywood.
Never mind. Highest playoff winning percentage. Ken Ryan, Andrei Vasilevsky in 47-28, a minimum 78 games played. Ken Ryan at the top, and Vasilevsky is number 5. Powerful shot. Comes loose for Coleman. It's Gustafsson. It's Armia. Oh, stall! Nice save there by Vesla, and then it's off. Ooh, Stahl gonna be looking skyward after that. That one's sent over for Weber. That's a nice save, but still loose. And Armia from their second chance. And Stahl has this one and just doesn't quite get it off fast enough. And Hedman knocks the net off on accident. Well, no, never mind. He just knocked in. Bye. He probably could have avoided that, but, whatever. Shots are 31-24 for Montreal, so they're leading in shots. Picked up by Coleman. Oh! Tries getting for Gord. Weber for Toffoli. He'll flick it out. It's clubbed down by Coleman. Send it back in the Montreal zone. Weber or for Gustafsson. Ooh, dangerous pass by Gustafsson. Comes out for Toffoli. Still on Kucherov, back for Hedman. It's back for McDonough. It's Chernak or for Kucherov. We'll get it in deep. Sherratt back to retrieve it over for Petrie. And Suzuki or for Toffoli. Dump it in. It's Hedman. It's a McDonough or for Chernak. Back for McDonough. Chernak and escaping is Colton. Ross Colton around the boards for Cirelli. Back on the boards is Colton. Savard. Sergachev with a shot, and that one's stopped by Carey Price. So the Tampa Bay Lightning are really going to be the same. No really notable free agents besides Blake Coleman. I think is the only free agent on their team.
So they'll be a contender again.
So they're going to be one of the big. They're going to be the favorites again because no big free agents. Stamkos or Kolorin, no Kucherov or Point or Vasilevsky or Hedman or heck even Cirelli or Sergachev are free agents.
Yeah, the only threat will be some other teams getting maybe a little bit better. Carolina and Florida, they get a little bit better.
But
Colorado gets a little better.
Carolina
might lose Hamilton.
Same thing with Colorado. Might lose Landeskog and Grubauer too. Potentially.
Right.
And I think.
And there's the expansion. So.
And I think Florida will probably stay the same except for expansion. A guy going expansion. I think Landeskog will stay with Colorado, but Hamilton has a big chance of leaving Carolina.
Yep.
Which that's a big deal because he's their, like, you could say, he and Slavin are sort of tied for his best defenseman.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really compare the two because they play different styles of game. And there's the draft. Wait, when's the draft? Oh, the expansion draft. Oh, wait, can we do an expansion draft? You could do an expansion draft stream too.
Yeah, why don't we just see when all these things are? Because I don't even know if I'll be home. You know what I mean? That's all. Yes. Depending on scheduling.
Alright, begins July 21st. Goudreau over for. Oh, that was the game winner in game 2. The one with 0.3 seconds left in the period.
Oh, yeah.
That was a tough one. And here's this goal. Tiny bit similar to that.
Well,
a bit
yeah.
different.
It's just too easy.
There's one
Can't
stretch
give up
passes.
2-0 in the elimination game.
Not an elimination game.
I mean, you never want to give up a 2-0, but
Zero.
it's almost. Well, sorry.
12 goals this series.
Not an elimination.
Slot and other slot shot goals for Tampa Bay is 6. Around the boards. Colton. Skeptans picked up by Edmondson. Comes out Sergachev. It's Vasilevsky. Hedman. Oh, goes with a stick. Edmondson back. It's picked up by Cirelli. Cirelli over for Colton!
Oh, jeez. Poke checked away by Price.
That's a nice poke check. Edmondson for Deneau.
Oh, they gotta make those happen. That's a breakout that has to keep going.
Deneau back to retrieve it. Philip Deneau. Or for Turi Lekkonen. It comes over for Chernak. McDonough around the boards. Points. It's Merrill who picks it up. Back for Sherrod's. It's Kotkaniemi. McDonough. Or for Palat, and they'll get it outside of the Tampa Bay zone. It's in the neutral zone. Bringing in the Montreal zone, it's Kucherov with it. Backhands it, misses the net. Point retrieving it, but he is forced to knock the puck back in the neutral zone. McDonough for Sergachev, and Tampa Bay is changing. Sergachev will send it back into Montreal zone. Merrill will retrieve it, slowly pressured there by Maroon. And he'll get it around the boards. Comes loose. It's Deneau. Oh, comes back for Gustafsson. It is Merrill with it. Oh, tied up, and Maroon takes that one away. That's going to kill some more time.
Oh!
Oh, a dangerous pass there by Gustafsson. Comes out. And again, just going to go right back
they
into
just keep
the
turning it
neutral
over in the
zone.
neutral zone.
Yeah, they can't do that. Joseph. It's loose. That's the same for Toffoli.
Oh, Toffoli, you gotta just get it in. There you
And they'll dump it in. But
They're probably
Vasilevsky
changing,
gets
aren't
it
they?
back. Picked up by Gord. Back. And that's kept in, actually. Loose! It's Perry!
Oh my god! He was trying to go between the legs, I think. But I guess he didn't have any other...
Yeah, Perry
choice.
doesn't have the skill to do that.
Ah!
Oh!
He used to.
Yeah, he used to.
Maybe he still does. But
He
that
doesn't,
was...
have, he doesn't have the Matthew Tkachuk skill to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if he was ever that kind of skilled anyway. He was more of a
Gritty.
pesky
Like,
power forward.
like,
He had
he's
some
more like a
skill, but...
he was more like Marchand, where he's
Yeah.
like, get in the pest face, get in your face kind of guy.
Exactly.
Like he was a jerk. It was the same thing with Marchand earlier in his career.
Uh-huh.
Like he hit Louis Domingue in goal one time. He hit a goalie for him once.
Yeah.
The goalie went down. Like, what just happened? I never get hit like this.
Yeah.
This is what it's like to feel like a player.
I don't want to be a player.
That's one reason why I became a goalie. I don't have to get hit by guys who weigh 200
Yeah.
pounds and are 6'4", hitting
Oh,
their entire
that's
body weight.
brutal. Is that Weber that just did that?
Comes out Cirelli. We're about to get it. Cirelli actually, he almost got
Montreal
it.
cannot get any time in Tampa's end.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go.
In comes Deneau. They'll actually get a chance this time, and he misses the net.
It's going up high.
Palat. Oh, interception by Palat, but they'll get it immediately back. McDonough, and they'll get it out this time for Kucherov. For Palat. Andre Palat. Alright, what time did Montreal pull the goalie?
Oh, not until about 3 minutes left.
I think even less than that.
Yeah, well.
They're only down by 2 goals. Like, they could still, if they still get a goal. Oh, it's tied up, and it's Price. Edmondson for Caulfield.
Get it in deep. Get it in deep. You gotta get it in deep.
Sergachev. And Hedman picks it up. Goudreau. And flicked out there by Blake Coleman. And no icing since first one to get there will be Yanni Gourde. And Price will have to send around the boards for Suzuki, and they'll have to start the thing all over again. In comes
Get it
Corey
in
Perry.
deep. Yeah.
Corey Perry knows the right moves, but Joseph gets it immediately back. And gets it around Perry until, not quite out of the zone, but Gord manages to secure it to get out of the zone. Gustafsson. Intercepted there by Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson was shot. Stop! Rebound scores!
That's it. Wow.
Tyler Johnson is second of the night. Makes it 5-2 for Tampa Bay. And I can say that probably closes this out. And probably closes the series out too.
Oh, I'd say so. They're going to be down 3-0.
Dude, this
And they've
is the
only
chance
so
and
far gotten, what, 4? How many goals have they scored?
4 goals in this
4
series.
goals. in
And then he
3
comes
games.
and Price's rebound control. It's got to be a bit better. He just loses sight. But Gustafsson.
Look at this pass, though. Come on.
That's so lazy too. Like it's next to Gustafsson and Price's fault. Mainly Gustafsson's though.
No, and then nobody took the player on the rebound. Like
I said
they-
mainly Gustafsson's
Yeah.
though. But Price has got to.
If
like,
Gustafsson makes that mistake, he's got to be like, I'm not letting this guy score, but then the guy scores. Like, he lets him get the shot off, and then he doesn't cover him.
That's
on the
why you
rebound.
never have an offensive D-man in your zone.
I guess so.
Sure. You also. Oh, sorry. Forgot to turn it off. Not Daddy's in evening. For Tyler Johnson is 4th
I
goal
have
of playoffs.
so eaten something.
Second goal
I'll tell
tonight,
you.
unassisted. It was assisted by Eric Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Sure, like he should get an assist on that. Like you remember when he said when Stahl gave Freya from the net for
Yeah.
one score. He should get an assist on that.
Yeah.
Empty net, and they empty the net now, and they missed the net. Comes back, Perry
Oh, he
shot
got a
scores.
goal. Now this is where you go, oh my god, I can't believe they let in that other goal. They'd be down by 1 right now. It's insane.
Price heads immediately back to his net. Hey, Montreal fans can't celebrate too much. They still have to score another 2 goals with 4 seconds left. It's possible.
How many seconds left?
4 minutes left. That's a nice goal, though. Top shelf. Not many guys can do that.
Oh, there's no room, and he gets it in.
Top left, like many guys did that last.
That's a skill
playoff.
shot for sure.
Yeah, like if you weren't Corey Perry, who's not super skilled anymore, but used to be, then you can make that shot. Like you could pull something out of your your stick at some point. If you're a guy who used to be skilled, like I bet Fortune could like make a nice shot like that once in a while, because he used to be super good.
Who?
Forden, I bet you can make a nice shot.
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
like that because obviously he used to be good,
Yeah, he
so he's
could.
still gonna have magic. Oh, in comes Sherrod! Stop my Vasilevsky!
Oh man, he thought it was loose. He thought it slipped in behind.
Now I say that this is now close. Sherrod's gonna really finish that one. If you're a Montreal fan, it's gonna be infuriating. Hey, he could have just gone down by only 1 goal. And he just sort of squeaks it. And we'll come back to game 3 in a couple of minutes for these commercial breaks. So, I bet you Montreal really wishes that they did not let in that 5th goal.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause now
Or
it's
the fourth. They've just scored 3 goals and they're still going to lose? They can't. They've tried it all. Out-shoot them, outplay them last game, whatever it is. They just can't.
That you can't beat Tampa Bay. Like, they're playing bad. They're playing good. Also, Price has been just sort of, like, mediocre this series. He's playing really good.
I think he's been fine. It's just no support. You can't just score a goal a game. Well, I guess here's the one where they've gotten 3, but was it his fault these somehow? Well, maybe. I don't know.
Not really. I guess some of the goals were definitely not his fault.
How much time left?
3.5 minutes left. All right. Here's Tyler Johnson coming out ready to score the 5th goal. He has 2 goals tonight, and there's the 5th. And my God, that is just some poor goal. Poor defending, as I would say. And then what the hell was that shot? That was like freaking insane. That was like Terminator level accuracy right there. 99 accuracy. We gotta give Pete Perry from that 1 goal.
Oh, is that us from outside? That's kind of a too. Is there a dumpster turned over or something? Should shut the windows.
Yeah, shut it. Comes loose, and it's an empty net still,
Those
so.
sewage problems.
Oh! What a mess up!
Oh,
Major mess up
it.
there by
6-3.
Montreal, and 6-3. Blake Coleman will close it out.
You leave the goalie out? I think you gotta pull him again, don't you? Let one more in, that's it?
No, they gotta try. This is a must-do game.
Still 3 minutes. Yeah, so you pull
Oh, that's a major frick up there by Shea Weber and Cole Caulfield.
Oopsie daisy.
The best ass kid's like, yo, it's Pog.
He's like, okay, I can probably like relax a little bit.
Alright. Blake Coleman, his first goal of the playoffs and an empty net, assisted by Goudreau. McDonough will get it in deep. Gets this in for Lehkonen. Out of his reach, it's Chernak. Back for Gustafsson. Chernak, and that one's tucked in. Deep. Weber. For Stahl. Oh, we have a whistle for Istick. So this could potentially be our last game stream of the year. Not our last stream of the season, but our last game stream of the season. Since my parents have softball on Monday, so we won't be able to do game 4. Sure, Chad with it. But we will definitely do game 5 if Montreal win game 4. Because I think it's safe to say that this game is over now. It's picked up by Hedman. Oh, for Coleman. Merrill. Oh, for Edmonton. That puck is lost. Gorba shot down the flex and right into the netting. leads it back. McDonough with a shot and Price easily gloves that. 1:59 left here in Game 3. It's on at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Game 4. Just, we're not going to do a stream, so everybody knows. Shots period 9 apiece. And it's flicked out by Stamkos. Shot attempts 58-48 for Montreal. Regular shots 34-30 for Montreal. And Sergachev has it, leaves it back for Savard. For Suzuki. Savard around the boards for Sergachev. He'll try flicking it out. Sergachev around for Savard. And he'll flick it out. Grabbed by Gustafsson. Eric Gustafsson. Or for Edmondson. Oh, goes on the skate. Back in the zone. Gustafsson for Edmondson. Just left, it's Maroon. Potentially get Johnson that hat trick. It's McDonough. Or it's McDonough, yeah. This time went out. Gustafsson. Maroon gets it. Maroon out for Gustafsson. Flicks it. Savard has it now. Or for Maroon. Back for Savard. Comes around for Johnson. Suzuki picks it up. Will flick it over for Caulfield. Of shot stopped by Vasilevsky. Gord. 20 seconds left. Merrill has it. Or for Byron. Merrill picks it up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And the Tampa Bay Lightning are one game away from winning the Stanley Cup. As that tomorrow could be, as Monday could potentially be the last NHL game of the season. As the Tampa Bay Lightning go up 3-0 against Montreal. Your thoughts about this game?
Nope. It's over. Series is over. Montreal is not going to win 4 in a row. Be some sort of miracle.
Only 4 teams have done it in the history of the NHL. I'm not sure if it's ever been done in the finals before. Tampa Bay leads the series 3-0 over a 6-3 win over the Canadiens de Montreal. Alright, everybody. Want to thank everybody for watching today's video, or stream, or whatever you want to call it. And we sadly won't be there for Game 4, but if Montreal wins, we'll be there for Game 5, definitely. Bye-bye.